So on a night where we saw Juice Robinson return, it's the same night we saw the debut of Smooth Criminal Juice Robinson, Bruno Mars-esque Juice Robinson. Also, SANADA decided he wanted to fly to like the year 3000 and start coming out looking like the Jetsons ripoff. I don't know what was going on with these new gears we saw tonight, but I know I saw some good wrestling as well. Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Tyler-kun Williams, aka Tyler Mask, aka Tyler Suplex, aka the one who lived, aka hit the like button because the algorithm is not doing fine to my already deleted channel. And yes, welcome back to another G1 Climax 30 review. It is day 2, the first day of B block. And first things first, let me just say, I thought this day was way better than day 1. Now, I'm not trying to make it seem like day 1 was bad or anything, but there was a lot better wrestling on this show. A lot better wrestling, a lot more intriguing wrestling. The opener was actually good, and the main event was even better, contrary to yesterday's show. But either way, let's get into this. So we're going to start off with the pre-match. So I guess it's confirmed now. We're not getting any tag matches in this G1, which is definitely going to be a might be a breath of fresh air to some, might be a bit odd to others. It's a little bit of an adjustment. I feel like I'm so used to seeing the tag matches that not doing the tag matches, I'm falling into the category of people who find that like kind of odd. And don't get me wrong, like I don't necessarily like feel like I need to see 8 tag matches on a show like New Japan would do before the pandemic. But at the same time, you know, they're a company built on doing their stories through a lot of their in-ring work rather than doing promos. So in a way, you kind of need those tag matches to interlude into the next few days. Without them, you kind of might miss a few key things that might happen in the next night, or maybe someone gets a win over somebody and that leads it. Like, I feel like it's in a way, it's crucial. In a way, the tag matches are crucial. So not doing them is just kind of a little odd, but I think the G1 is one of those tournaments where you could kind of get away with it because there's always a match, like important matches every day. So in a sense, you really don't need it. And then if you're only doing one tag match, you have to pick and choose who you're having in a tag match. So I guess they really couldn't have done with it. But hey, at the same time, we're getting shorter G1 Climax shows. Like, this show went like 2.5 hours, and you ain't getting a complaint out of me about doing a shorter New Japan show. So, starting off, we have TSUJI versus Gabriel Kidd. They've been having their little storyline going on in the post-match interviews. Gabriel Kidd has been very heavy on TSUJI and Yuyamura that he's going to be the next big young lion coming out of this Japanese dojo. As you guys know, he was the one young lion, the one Daiji young lion that was actually stuck in Japan while you had Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin and Carl Fredericks had to go to the US. Poor Gabriel Kidd. Well, I can't even say poor Gabriel Kidd. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be stuck in Japan, but you know, he wants to be the breakout now. He's the one guy over there that has to be the breakout. And I'll tell you this, he does stand out a lot more without having guys like Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin on the show. Not to say that he's bad or I think that he's less than them, but I just think they were slightly more appealing than he was. So just having him, it really showcases what he can do, in my opinion. At least for somebody like me who may not have had their eyes on him the first time. So I appreciate this a little bit. TSUJI versus Gabriel Kidd, very competitive. It was Young Lions match. They did all that they could. It's not going to be some 5-star classic. You're never going to see the Young Lions come out and have like a 20-minute, you know, Wrestle Kingdom worthy match. Never going to happen. But from what the guys can offer you in their strikes and showing off their personalities and body language and selling, it really does show. And I think that story was told of I want to be the top of our class between these two men really was conveyed here, and I really enjoyed it. In the end, it was TSUJI who achieved a victory over Gabriel Kidd here with the Boston Crab. So decent stuff, not complaining. I'm not gonna. I feel like with my reviews now, which mind you, this is the last review on YouTube. There will be doing more G1 Climax reviews, but they will be on my Patreon, patreon.com/TylerMask. Please go follow me there for more New Japan reviews. For future reviews, I'm going to be doing a 0 out of 10 rating. I won't be rating Young Lions matches. I just feel like it's not worth it. I like them, but I'm not rating Young Lion matches. Not me. So, decent stuff. We then move into the G1 Climax matches. The first match we have here is Juice Robinson versus YOSHI-HASHI. Like I said earlier, Juice Robinson came out with some new gear. It was, and I can't show any pictures because you know why I can't show any pictures. But Juice Robinson, you know, he had short hair. He cut his hair last year. So it's kind of growing out a little bit. It's like down to his neck now. Down to his neck. And he has nice hair. Juice has some really nice hair. And it kind of has a cut. Like how my sides used to be cut. My side's looking kind of bad right now. I need to get my hair cut like tomorrow. Today, really. And he has the sides cut down. And then he has on a fedora, black shades, and basically almost like a suit. But you have his black pants, shoes, a like an overshirt, like underneath a tank top. You have a white overshirt, and then like a jacket, a suit jacket, and then a tie. I'm like, he looks straight out. I don't know what movie, I don't know what these guys were called, but I feel like I've seen a movie or I've seen a TV show where Juice Robinson was just dressed just like those guys. I really badly want to say a bodyguard, but that's not it. He looks. I also, part of me wants to say Smooth Criminal, like Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal. He looks like he would be in the music video, Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal. Tell me he doesn't. Tell me he doesn't. But I don't know. I just felt like that was a very, very weird choice of gear. Hey, listen, he's a grown-ass man. He can dress himself however he wants. Just seemed like a very odd choice of gear to go with, knowing what we've known him to dress as over the last, like, really 3 years. That's just like, are you going to wear that the entire G1? But we'll see. He faced off against YOSHI-HASHI. I thought this was a good match. These two really went in there and did their stuff. I don't want to go blow by blow and really any of these matches. I really just want to give my thoughts and opinions on what happened. Maybe give a few spots that I like, but not really give you guys like a whole rundown of this spot happened and this spot happened. I'm trying to stray away from doing that, honestly. Juice and YOSHI-HASHI, they have good chemistry. YOSHI-HASHI really came in here and showed off, in my opinion. I think that YOSHI-HASHI in the G1 Climax is really where we get to see him shine. Like I said in my previous video, New Japan videos that are no longer on here, like G1 Climax 28, YOSHI-HASHI actually had some good performances. I still remember fondly his match with Kazuchika Okada in G1 28. That was like really goddamn good. And he also had a really good match against Tanahashi, and I think it was a one he had against ZSJ, maybe. He had another one that was really good. Like he's on one. He's on one in these types of tournaments where he has to show off his stuff. I put him over Yujiro Takahashi in terms of work rate. That's me. At the end of the match, I'll skip to the end here. It was Juice Robinson hitting 2 left hands from God. He hit one after the other. Then hit Pope Friction onto YOSHI-HASHI for the pin. Juice Robinson getting the first 2 points. He's on the board. Good for my man Juice Robinson making his comeback here. He ain't winning the G1, but I wait to see how far he's gonna go. I wait to see how far he'll go. We didn't get into the next matchup: SANADA versus TORUYANO. So I just talked to you about how Juice Robinson came out looking like he's from Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal. Now SANADA comes out here looking like he's part of Techno 2000 or like straight out of the jet. Like it's almost like his usual like I'm a pirate kind of like attire, but like it's like a silver chrome type of design on like a black jacket. I ain't gonna lie, like part of me wants to say it looks cool, but then another part of me is like it doesn't look cool on some, like the jacket, the gear scheme looks cool. It doesn't look cool on SANADA. Like I'm sorry, it just doesn't. I feel like that gear might look cool on Cho. It might look cool on, I don't know, freaking maybe Okada if the scheme is right and it's designed correctly. But like on SANADA, I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to him being a pirate. Maybe I'm just used to him looking like boring old 2017 gear SANADA. I don't know. This match is really fun. I'm not, you know, I usually always goof on SANADA and talk about how boring he is, but this is a fun match. I think him and TORUYANO, they really gelled here, and they didn't gel very well at the Summer Struggle show. That Fatal 4-Way match they had, that was no bueno. But here, I would say C bueno. Does that make any sense? C bueno? I don't think it does. So one of the, I don't want to call too many spots in here, but just a few that I thought were really, really funny. So one spot in here. Yano was very confident in himself. So he takes a steel chair. He didn't hit Sanada with it. That would have been really cool. But he takes a steel chair. He goes outside the ring and goes up to the ramp. Now, I don't remember what stadium. Not stadium. They weren't in a stadium. I don't remember what arena they were in. What arena were they in? Hold on, let me go to the website real quick. NJPW 1972. Because it looked like a familiar arena, but I cannot tell you for the life of me where they... Okay, Osaka gym. They were in the same arena yesterday. Okay, I don't know why I didn't notice that. So, it's like this pretty medium length size ramp. It's a flat one, too. So they have to walk straight to the ring. So he goes like midway up the ramp. He opens a chair and he sits in it. And he basically is prompting Sanada to come on the outside. And Sanada's just standing there with his hands on his hips like, nah. And the referee's counting it like 1, 2, 3. And he's just like, the referee's now at like 14, 15. And you see ToruyanO visibly starting to get like worried, like come on now, come on, like come at me. He's not trying to budge. He's not trying to show poker face or anything. He's not trying to show that he's worried, because now if he gets in the ring, Sanada's gonna kick his ass. Sanada will kick his ass. So he's like, well, damn it. So he gets up, he runs to the ring, and Sanada starts to beat him down. I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, it was really driven by ToruyanO, but it was still a cool spot. Earlier in the match, as you would guess, ToruyanO unhooked the turnbuckle pad and was ready to go at Sanada. He did hit Sanada one time, but he didn't really get too many shots in after that. He gets back into the ring. He grabs the turnbuckle pad. And Sanada ends up grabbing an end too. And you just see these men have a standoff. And it reminded me of G128. And I want to say it was either ToruyanO versus Juice, or it was ToruyanO versus Kenny Omega where this spot happened. I feel like it was Yano versus Juice. But it was a spot in G128 where like both men had turnbuckles. It might have been Omega. And they just start hitting each other with it. Well, really, they're like hitting the turnbuckle pads. And I just remember it was like Star Wars. It's like getting your lightsaber out like bum 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 bum. I don't know. I always get a good laugh out of seeing that spot in New Japan with Yano. Sanada, I think Sanada was trying to pop me today. I think he was trying to pop me today, and I ain't gonna lie, kinda did. He kinda did. So that was kind of funny. Then we get to the end, which was the best part of this match. So you have Sanada and Yano on the outside of the ring. Sanada takes Yano on the outside of the ring because now Yano's gotten into his head. He's gonna lock him in a paradise lock outside of the ring, and he does. The referee's at 10. He's starting to walk away. Yuya Uemura, young lion, supposed to be minding his own damn business, goes over to Yano and unhooks him. Now, I don't think Yuya should be doing, like, don't get me wrong, I don't like Sanada, but in all fairness, you're not in the match, and you have no business trying to unhook ToruyanO because you're assisting him. So, I don't know why he did it. I don't know who told him to do it. Maybe ToruyanO paid him. I saw them riding the same car coming into the arena today. I don't know. Maybe that happened. Y'all hear from me. Maybe that happened. But he basically unhooks him from it. And Sanada turns around like, the fuck? And he goes over there. He about to kick. He about to beat down my man Yuya. And I'm like, well, you know what? Can't be mad at the man. I beat him down too. He puts him on the mat. He's about to lock Yuya in the paradise lock. But ToruyanO, sneakily in the background, gets his wrist tape that he always hides in his trunks. And he starts wrapping their ankles together. And we've seen him do this before. But referee's at like 17 now, wrapping him up, and he runs into the ring. And now you have Sanada with Yuya trying to hobble to the ring to the count of 20. And they get counted out. And ToruyanO gets the victory. Golden. Just gold, man. Like, I love my 5-star classics, as people like to call it. But every once in a while, I like seeing ToruyanO do ToruyanO things. I like seeing a little bit of gimmicky wrestling. I like having fun. And this was a fun match. It didn't have to be anything over the top, and you're never gonna see that at ToruyanO. But stuff like this, I can, you know, kinda, sort of, maybe like fuck with Sanada. So I enjoyed this very much. I enjoyed it. ToruyanO's on the board now with 2 points. We then get into the next match, HIROOKI Goto versus KENTA. KENTA, Goto, they had a match earlier this year at Wrestle Kingdom 14. I was there. I saw it live. I'm never going to stop saying I was at the Tokyo Dome this year, by the way. So, I thought the match they had there was good. I don't think it was really super memorable, but I remember it being a good match. Going into this night, you know, Kenta cut his hair, because if you guys remember on New Japan Strong, the USA show, he's been rocking out this, like, you know, 16-year-old high school boy hair, where he has like the bob going on. It's like yellow and black. He looked like 10 years younger with the hair he had on New Japan Strong. But it's like he came back to Japan and he looks exactly like the Kenta before he went to America. He still had the short hair. It was like grayish black. No complaints out of me. He had the briefcase too. If you guys did not know, Kenta won the New Japan of America Cup USA tournament. So he's going to be challenging the US champion in Wrestle Kingdom, supposedly. We'll see what happens with that. So we had the briefcase going into this match. Him and Goto, they had good stuff. I can't really tell you I remember too much happening here, because I was a little bit in and out of doing that and working on something else that I'm have going up later this week. So I was editing on one screen, watching a match on the other screen. So at times I was like over here, over there. So I can't tell you every single thing that happened. From what I saw, I liked it. I liked it. At the end, it was one spot in here that I really liked. It was Goto. He was targeting the arm of Kenta throughout the match, and he kind of like ever so smoothly just kind of transitions into this this armor armbar that I don't think I've ever seen him do. But he's like wrenching at it, and I don't know why I liked it so much, but I think it was a smooth transition. At the end, though, it was Kenta getting the victory with the label lock, yes lock. What does he call it? It's one of the two things that Daniel Bryan does. I know that much. I know he invented it, but I know it as the yes lock or the label lock because of Daniel Bryan. So excuse me. He locks that in and gets a submission victory over Hirooki Goto. So Kenta is now on the board with 2 points. We then move into the next match. Evil versus ZACK Sabre Jr. Very interesting dynamic here. We had a heel versus heel match. It's very rare do we see these type of matches in not just New Japan, but all professional wrestling, because bad guy versus bad guy battles are always very hard to book and really write. Not even just in wrestling, but really storytelling in any medium, cinema, gaming. They're not very easy to do, because somebody has to be a protagonist, somebody has to be an antagonist. If you have two antagonists going at it, it's like, well, who do I cheer for? You know what I mean? Like, I guess you got to cheer for the lesser evil. That was so unintentional, I swear to God. Anyway, so moving into this review, Evil and ZSJ, they had a match before G1 28, and I think they had one at G1 29 as well. I don't remember who won those matches, but I don't remember them being bad at all. This one was actually pretty good as well. And I was very much questioning how the dynamic of this match was going to go, once again, given that they're two heels. But they made it work. And as you went to the midway point, you had the referee get knocked down, because when the hell does the referee not get knocked down? I swear the referee has narcolepsy, this guy does. Not even just Red Shoes, but literally every referee that's ever refereed in Japan. But he gets knocked down. And you have Dick Togo, who they're now calling the spoiler Dick Togo. He gets, or Dick to go, as some YouTubers call him. He gets in a ring and he starts helping Evil beat down ZSJ. And I'm like, well, this is odd. You wouldn't expect the heel to do this to a heel, but I guess since Evil was the leader of was the leader of Bullet Club, you know, he should be doing the heel heavy work. So they're beating down ZSJ. And then ZSJ starts coming back and he starts fighting off Dick Togo, and then he gets down Evil. And it's like, not a crowd's clapping for him. And I'm like, are we seeing, like, just for a smidgen, are we seeing a glimpse at a potential babyface ZACK Sabre Jr.? Because, like, the crowd was clapping for him. And they were, and we were hearing ZSJ, ZSJ, ZSJ. Even Milano on commentary, for some reason, he was like, I don't know what the heavy breathing was about from that guy. I don't know if he got hurt or what. But he was even chanting ZSJ, ZSJ. And I'm like, okay. So they're going at each other. ZSJ starting to have like some fighting spirit spots, which is weird. I mean, it wasn't a direct like he's getting up and no selling and shit, but he's making a comeback, and I'm kind of getting into it. And Evil shuts him down. They're going at it a little bit more. Up until you have Evil, he takes off his elbow pad. I think he elbows him in the face, and he's about to hit everything. He's Evil. And Zack Sabre Jr. counters this, rolls him down, locks in his double arm clutch pin, and gets the 3 count. Zack Sabre Jr. getting the victory over Evil. And just that moment alone, him rolling out of the ring and just kind of laying on the mat like he within an inch of his life, he won the match. It was so good guy vibe that I got from Zack Sabre Jr. It was ridiculous. And it made me like, they could possibly, and it's not going to happen, but they could possibly do a babyface Zack Sabre Jr. and I would buy into it. Like, this right here showed that it could work. Like I said, it's not going to. He's not leaving Suzuki-kun. I don't see that happening. We ain't seeing him join Chaos or anything. But like, this match right here showed it. Now, of course, you can say the whole, oh, well, they faced up before, and there's a story there, but damn it, Zack Sabre Jr. was a good guy for one night, and I appreciate it. Also, the match was good. Then we get into the main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Tetsuya Naito. First time they faced off in 3 years, and as you would guess, they had a really good match. I wouldn't say a great match, but a really good one. Definitely the best match from both shows. It went about 20 minutes. Both men, it had that slow start, as you expect from New Japan format. Slow start, slowly build up to the crescendo. Then you had that final 5 minutes is really where all the cool spots happen at. Tanahashi and Tetsuya Naito are arguably the top 2 baby faces of New Japan's current era, or really New Japan's history of the last 20 years. They've been the top 2 baby faces. I, of course, would put Okada in there as well, but if you ask any fan who they prefer, Tetsuya Naito over or Okada in terms of like charisma, I guarantee you they're going to say Tetsuya Naito is more charismatic than Okada bot. So it really is Naito and Hiroshi Tanahashi at that point, right? So these two are going at it, and I can't really say that the chemistry they have is on par with the chemistry like him and Ibushi have, or even him and Okada have, but they made some really good magic in here, and they had a lot of good counter sequences. I don't want to call the spots once again, but a lot of the counter finishers were really driving that, because you have the high energy that both men really bring to the table. On top of that, you have both men getting cheered by the fans, so it's like there's not really somebody to boo. You're not really upset with either man winning, so it's just a fun watch and just something you can honestly enjoy. And that much I loved about it. So you get straight to the end here, and Tanahashi is going for the high fly flow. Naito gets out of the way. He tries for the Destino. He hits it, gets a 2 count, tries for it again, and Tanahashi, he's doing a slap, you're fighting out of it, and Tetsuya Naito ends up hitting the Destino. And I like this Destino that he hit at the end because it was so rugged. It looked like he hit it, and I couldn't tell if like Tanahashi was not ready to take it, or if like he legitimately wanted to act like he was struggling to like stop him from doing it. But like as Naito is hovering over his head and going down, you see Tana's like ha ha, and then like he just gets hit with it. I don't know why I like that little bit of detail, but I liked it. And he gets the pin, and Tetsuya Naito ends up winning this match. Like I said, really good stuff from both men. Definitely the best match of the tournament so far. We're very early in. Of course, there's going to be many days to come, 17 to be exact. There's going to be a better match in here, I'm sure. But this definitely was better than Ibushi versus Okada. I can tell you that much. And yeah, that was G1 Climax Day 2 B Block. Getting into the standings right now, you have Gabriel, good, of course. You have Juice Robinson, TORUYANO, KENTA, Zack Sabre Jr., and Tetsuya Naito with 2 points. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Evil, Hirooki Goto, SANADA, and YOSHI-HASHI with 0 points. They're going to make the come up, but one of those guys is going to win. Who do you guys think it will be? Comment down below. Let your boy know. Thank y'all for watching this video. I love you guys as always. Once again, hit the like button, help the algorithm out. I would appreciate you guys. Also, this is the last G1 Climax review I'm doing on YouTube individually. I used to do a review every single day on YouTube, but ever since TBSI went and tried to take down my channel, I ain't giving New Japan that much time on here individually anymore. We will be doing collective reviews of the G1 Climax, so Every Wednesday on this YouTube channel, you will be getting coverage of what's been happening over the last few days for New Japan Climax. It won't be super in-depth, more of an overview of what's happened. And if you want the individual reviews, because they will be continuing on my Patreon, patreon.com/TileMask, it's $1 a month for the first tier, and that gets you access to these reviews. So go on, do that, or you can stick around for the Wednesdays. I don't mind either one. I respect it. Anyway, I love you guys always, and I will see you all later. Peace out, guys.